Okay, well, we've got Andy here now going to show us a few of the new Maruco baits and additives and just how you mix them. Go ahead, And.
Right, Phil. Right, first thing I'd like to show you is the new SFA 400, which is the krill additive. And we've been having a lot of success with this by adding it to maggots. And it's really straightforward how we do them. Basically, get your maggots, and I tend to buy them on the Thursday before I'll be going on the Friday. Bag them up so there's literally no air left in them at all, and buy them clean. As you can see, they've been in the fridge now for over a day or so.
So it's important, Andy, to take all the maize off them.
Yeah.
You really want to buy them and ask the retailer for no maize at all.
Yeah, buy them, ask him if you put them in soda, so they're really, really clean. So there's no maize on them at all, and it doesn't make it better. It's really, really easy to do this. All we do is we get the krill, and you can be liberal with it, but really I find the best amount to put on is roughly as if you would be putting maize on, Phil. You know, you ain't got to literally drown them with it, but you do need a little bit on. You can see it's like a red powder which goes on.
So this is a marine life crustacean of some sort,
Yeah,
isn't
it's a crustacean which lives in the sea, in the Atlantic Ocean, the cold water. And it's actually bought by Maruco and ground down and made into a powder form.
So this was a living substance that many fish feed off in the ocean.
Yeah, right, so all we do is, you can see, we just tip a liberal amount. There's a couple of pint of maggots in there, as you can see.
It's got a very fishy smell to it,
strong fishy smell to it. Right, all we do then, have them in the bag, give them a good shake round, like so, and then take all the air out of the bag, seal the bag up. Then at that stage, Phil, you can either put them back in the fridge until you go fishing, and then bring them out on the morning, put them in your bait tin, and they would come round and they'd still be live maggots. Or at that stage, we can put them in the freezer, obviously dead maggots when we get them out, take them to the bank, so you can either use live ones or dead ones.
So what I understand by this is, putting that powder on them in that way, that will actually be absorbed into the skin of the maggot.
That's right.
And I take it, anything that you don't use, you can refridge again and use again the following day or whatever.
Yeah, if you keep them cool on the bank, you can bring them back, stick them back in the freezer, stick them back in the fridge, they last a while. And here's somewhat of being done over a week now. You'll see the difference here, Phil.
Well, there you have it, look. Those are completely coated and the substance absorbed in the skin, and they're ready to fish with. And those will catch some fish today at Larford, I'm sure of it. We're going to be trying those later on, so that will be interesting. Yeah. So that's your krilled maggots.
Yeah, results have been really, really good on them.
Fantastic.
Really good.
Okay, and what else have you got to show us?
Right, another additive which we've been using, having a lot of success with, is the SFA 430. Now that is a Sonage liquid. Now Sonage is silkworm extracts. Another living creature, like we say, which the scientists at Maruco have brought together and put into liquid form.
So this is very, very new to the market. It smells absolutely repulsive, but I'm sure the fish love it.
Yeah, it's a really sweet sort of sickly smell to it. I don't know
what
it is.
Like silkworms, actually.
Yeah, I suppose it is. But this you can add to your water if you're mixing your ground bait. Tend to leave a capful to a kilo. You can add it to, like I say, ground bait. You can add it to pellets. You can add it to luncheon meat. All things like that.
There's one of the favoured methods, I believe, is to sweet corn itself.
To sweet corn, yeah, and it's really easy to add to your sweet corn. You can do this on the bank. You ain't got to do it the night before because it sticks to it quite well. Because, like I say, it is a thick liquid. And the easiest way to do it is just get your normal sweet corn, empty it out into a tin. Leave the water in what's actually in with it.
The juices of the sweet corn.
The juices of the corn and everything. Give the bottle a quick shake. Now it says 1 capful to a tin, but basically I always give it a little bit more. You just dribble it on like so. You see it's all on there like that. Give it a stir round. And that is ready to go.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
And this actually absorbs well. It sticks well to the bait, doesn't it? But gives off an oily, feedy trail, doesn't it, when you're fishing with it?
Yeah, all the natural triggers and attractants that are in it, it actually sticks to the corn. And it releases itself in the water. You can see like a little cloud comes off it when it's in the water.
Well, we'll drop a little bit of that into the tank, shall we, and just see exactly what does happen. And I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but as I dropped that in, there was a trail of liquids coming off that, then an oily liquid discharge from that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's also PVA friendly, this Phil, so your carp lads can use it in stick mixers, bags and things like that.
So
Really
there's
good.
another one, another secret for your armoury there to catch a few more fish. What else have we got, Andy?
Right, we've done that. Now today we're going to be fishing the method feeder over on the Match Lake, and we've got a new EFG 161, which is the new winter method ground baits. Now this should be out on the market very, very shortly. It's a new one what's specifically been done for winter fishing, winter on commercials, to catch carp on method feeders.
And how easy is this to mix?
It's probably all the Maruku range of ground baits are one of the easiest which you've ever had to mix up. There's actually a mixing guide on the back. It tells you 2 parts powder to 1 part water. So when that's mixed, if you mix it to the instructions, you don't need no riddling, no whisks or anything like that. It just mixes and in 10-15 minutes it'll be absolutely perfect.
So what you're saying, you no need to riddle this at all like you do with most ground baits. You can mix that 15 minutes before a competition and you're ready to go. That's good. Right,
I shall mix you some of this up, just show you how easy it is. I'll not mix a lot. Basically, we have 2 cups of powder, like so. A little bit more, a bit short that. 2 cups of powder. That's the other good thing about these baits, Phil. You only need to mix up a little bit at a time as you go. You know.
And the totally resealable bags. So
totally resealable bags. That'll keep fresh. Like I say, we've got the 2 parts of powder, 1 part of water. At this stage, add a little bit of that, just to get that extra kick. See, by that it's all sunk. Just give it a nice little stir to it all around.
Mix it all up. You do a bit of cooking in the house, you?
Yeah, I make a lovely cake, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. Right, we'll tip that in there. Big stir, get your fingers in it. Stir it around, put some air into it. Basically, Phil, that's it.
That's it. You're going to let that stand, obviously, for a little bit longer, obviously, to take in all that water and get itself to its right consistency. But you can see from that virtually straight away, you know, that's almost ready to fish with. But the guide is 15 minutes before your match, and that'll be absolutely spot on and ready to use. Fantastic. Well, you know what I'm like with my pace fishing, Andy.
Yeah.
And you've got some pace here to show us, haven't you?
We have. Right, the 2 pace which we have out, we have the AFP 310 and the AFP 300. Now the 300 is a fruit flavoured paste.
And this is an ocean flavour.
That's an ocean flavour paste. This is like a pink colour when it's mixed. This goes like a yellowy white colour.
Well, we'll actually try this today at Larford. It's not the right day in October, you know, a little bit cold for pace, but I'm sure this will catch some fish. And you'll just very quickly show you how this is mixed. And this is quite simple. This is actually a very, very quick and easy way to make a paste, and very effective too.
Same thing again, it's got the full mixing instructions on the back, and it's basically 1 to 1.
Strong smell of strawberries to this, I might say.
Right,
A bit like a milkshake smell, you know?
1 of powder.
Yep.
You see? In.
1 of water.
1 of water. Now normally with paste, you're kneading them, moulding them, dragging them around the bowl and everything. Just put your fingers in it.
And you normally take about half an hour to make a decent paste, and even then it might be a little bit sloppy, or you might need to add a bit more powder. With this one, this is spot on and ready to go in 15 minutes after this mix, isn't it?
There we go, that's it. Just rub your fingers through it, get the water into the paste, bring it across to the side of the bowl, like so.
And there you have it. Now obviously that needs 15 minutes just to knead itself, but it's already working very, very quickly. And we did some 15 minutes ago, and we have it here now. And there's the finished article. Now you can see from that, that makes the perfect paste. It's got fibres in it. You can see that now. It moulds beautifully into a paste. And what we're going to do very, very quickly is take that paste and just put it on a hook and show you exactly how it works in the water. Now Andy, your recommendation is to flatten this, yes?
Yep.
Place the point of the hook into the paste as if you're hooking it like a pellet or a piece of sweet corn, and then just fold it over. Okay, so that's literally,
that's it.
Job done.
Job done.
There you have it. It's as simple as that. Paste needs to be sucked in by the fish. It doesn't need to be really firm. You've got the best of both worlds with this, because it does soften when it's in the water, but you can drop this much easier than a conventional crumb type powder. And if I drop that into the water, you can see from that immediately what is breaking away from that ball of paste on the hook. Very, very effective. You can still lift that paste, and it's still holding an amount of paste on until you pull it out of the water. So that's very, very effective. You can see now that's on the bottom. That's how the fish will suck it up. Your hook's inside that, and that's going to be lethal on catching carp.
Yeah, this is actually a paste which you can actually fish mid-water as well, Phil. You can fish shallow with it.
Right.
Literally fish shallow. If you want to fish a foot, 2 foot deep, it will stay on the hook for you to fish shallow.
And it is literally that easy. Pull your hook point in, turn it round.
Turn it round. That's it. Away you go.
That's done. That's ready to go. And you can fish that mid-water, as Andy says.
You see all the natural attractants coming off it as it's working in the water. Starts to fluff up all the time. What fish could resist that?
Fantastic. Well done, Andy. Now you're just going to show us very quickly how that feeder mix works when it's on the bottom of the lake, aren't you?
Yeah. Now the ground bait has had its 15 minutes, so just get a final little fluff round, rubbing a little bit of air into it as we do, and you can see that now, Phil. We've measured it like it said with the instructions, the 2 to 1.
Here we have a conventional little method feeder ready to go. So
yeah, you try that ground bait now, Phil. That's lovely.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely perfect. And while Andy's loading this feeder, this ground bait now, as you can see, you can push that into a fairly firm ball, which that is. And if I drop that on the bottom of the tank, you'll see immediately how this starts to break when it hits bottom, giving off columns of activity with all sorts of different ingredients that are actually leaving the ball and going up in the water, attracting fish all the time. There's the ball into the tank. Now straight away, there's absolute massive activity starts, and that ball immediately starts to break down. That's exactly how you want it to work on the base of the lake bed. You can see it now exploding into action.
Well, like I said, this is a winter method ground bait which we've done, and there's various different ingredients in that which actually break down at different times. Because winter time, you know as well as I do, you're not throwing in every five minutes. You might be leaving it at half an hour.
Okay.
And there's different ingredients in that.
And he's just loaded the mould there, a little bit of ground bait into the mould, placed his hook bait in between, more feed on the top. Conventional way, you all know how to do this, and then pushed obviously the feeder into the mould. And nice thing about this ground bait, it never ever sticks in the mould. Perfect every time. Absolute perfect ball there. And again, if we drop that into the fish tank, we cast that in she goes into the bottom, hits the bottom, and you can see exactly what's happening now. Columns of activity, absolutely erupting on the bottom, and in seconds that hook bait will be exposed and ready for that carp to suck up your bait and bang the old rod round.
Perfect.
Fantastic product. And there you have it. Now what we're going to do is put these into practice and fish them on the match lake.